Linda Deary, a doll collector from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, was browsing Facebook Marketplace when she came across an ad offering 4 antique dolls for free. Curious, she drove to the seller's house to pick them up. Once back home, Linda placed the dolls on her bed and began taking photos. Then, something strange occurred. Linda quickly grabbed her phone and began recording.
Okay. Got this. Okay.
Shortly after, Linda and her partner started noticing unusual and unexplainable events around their home. Personal belongings would disappear, and objects seemed to move on their own or fall off shelves. One day, after getting a terrible haircut from a local stylist, Linda decided to film herself to showcase her new look. However, what happened was incredibly eerie.
Like, my bangs, I've had to like fix my bangs myself, but this is what it looks like if I don't straighten pieces of it, and like it's just a whole mess. God dang it. That scared me. Okay. God, what the fuck was that? Did you see that? Like, it ran, oh no, absolutely not. No.
Initially, Linda thinks the strange happenings in her home might be caused by the mischievous spirit of a little girl, possibly linked to her new dolls. She even finds the idea amusing and makes jokes about it online. One day, she films a playful video for her social media, placing a Chucky doll inside a cupboard and waiting for it to fall out. However, this is when things begin to take a horrifying turn.
Because it's about to be a mess. Let's see. It was Chucky. What the f***? Okay, I didn't plan this one. Chucky was just supposed to pop out, but his hair is moving. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay, I really do. Oh no, move that. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over.
The doll's hair starts moving inexplicably, and then Chucky's head suddenly turns around on its own. From there, the situation becomes even stranger. One night, Linda and her partner are sleeping when they're abruptly awakened by loud banging coming from the living room. The noise is so intense that they believe someone is attempting to break into their home. In panic, they call the police. Officers arrive and examine the footage from the couple's front door Ring camera. And this is what it captured.
This is our house.
You know, let's look at it before bed. Yeah, dude. Something's in her f***ing window right there, bro.
Stop being hyper, please. It's scaring me.
Ready?
Yeah.
Something's in her f***ing window.
Yeah.
We didn't move. Okay. We didn't move off the bed until they came on here.
When the motion-activated video starts, it appears that someone or something has pulled open the couple's front curtain. Even more unsettling, this figure seems to be inside the house. Linda insists that she and her partner never left the bedroom and stayed there until the police arrived. The officers thoroughly searched the house inside and out, but there was no sign of anyone else.
Something's in her f***ing window.
Did Linda encounter a paranormal event? Do the dolls have a dark, mysterious presence? Or is there a logical explanation behind their movements? The mystery remains unsolved.
Okay, I really do. Oh no, move that. Oh my God.
Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. A woman named Shireen notices something in her apartment that leaves her deeply unsettled. After the incident, she created a video explaining the events leading up to that night. It all began a few days earlier when Shireen was home alone with her children.
Vad är fuktigt sådan här?
At first, Shireen didn't think much of the occurrence, assuming it was just her upstairs neighbor doing some renovations. However, the very next night, it happened again.
Avbryter mig bara. Säg bra.
It was at this moment that Shireen started to suspect it wasn't her upstairs neighbor, but rather someone or something else. She remained on edge, waiting for the next night, when, to her relief, no noises were heard. However, while taking a random photo for her Snapchat to let her followers know she was going to bed, she captured this. Shireen had no idea that something appeared in the photo she took. It wasn't until someone on Snapchat pointed it out that she noticed a figure in the background. Upon closer inspection, it seemed like someone or something was staring at her. She believes this presence might have been the source of the strange noises she had heard earlier. Not much else has been revealed about this incident, but it's safe to assume that Shireen was terrified when she saw it. A woman named Jessica shares that she recently bought a playhouse for her daughter, which closely resembles their own home, even featuring a motion-sensing doorbell camera.
For a house tour, I'm at Playhouse, and I'm gonna show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to happen.
Since then, strange things have been happening at their home. Jessica's daughter claims that she occasionally sees a frightening figure inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
Jessica's daughter insists that the frightening figure is in her room, but Jessica doesn't notice anything and brushes it off, thinking it's just her daughter's imagination. However, a few nights later, something happens that really shocks Jessica. While sitting in her living room, she gets a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's playhouse. The camera isn't one that moves on its own motor. It's actually attached to the Playhouse door. So the back and forth motion shows that the door is opening and closing by itself. Things get even stranger when the camera repeatedly captures a mannequin head in the corner. Its hair appears to be lifted by some invisible force, only to suddenly drop back down. After witnessing the unsettling events, Jessica finally reaches her breaking point and dismantles the Playhouse, desperately hoping to rid their home of whatever dark presence lurks within. Yet, despite her efforts, her daughter continues to claim that she still sees the terrifying figure.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
A little over a year ago, a Japanese man named Yama Q was searching for a rental home when he came across a renovated 40-year-old house in Japan. The rental price was incredibly low, which surprised him, and he quickly signed the lease. However, Yama soon found out why the price was so cheap. The house had a dark history. The previous owner tragically passed away in the bathroom from an unknown illness. Only 4 months after moving in, Yama began experiencing strange occurrences in the house during night. Yama Q decides to start a YouTube channel, documenting the escalating eerie events happening in and around the home. Night after night, a strange knocking sound comes from the bathroom, and objects begin moving on their own. But the most chilling of all, a loud, eerie cry can be heard. Despite his efforts, Yama can never locate the source of these terrifying sounds, and remains clueless about what's causing them. One night, he's disturbed when a local dog, usually calm and friendly, shows up at his home, this time visibly distressed by something unknown. The dog growls and barks aggressively at something Yama can't see. The next day, Yama finds the dog back at its home in the neighborhood, safe and sound. However, this is far from the end of Yama's paranormal experience. Just 9 months after moving in, he encounters something truly horrifying. A chilling wail is heard coming from right outside Yama's living room window. But when he steps outside to investigate, the eerie moaning suddenly stops. Many of his viewers urge him to get better equipment to capture the supernatural activity, Yama decides to purchase a thermal imaging camera, hoping to catch whatever is happening in his home. A month later, things take an even stranger turn. Yama throws boiling hot water at the spot where the weeping sound appears to be coming from. As the scalding water hits the area, whatever is making the noise lets out a cry, but then everything falls silent. However, when Yama checks the thermal imaging camera, nothing shows up. To this day, Yama-Q continues to experience terrifying events in his haunted home. But is it all real? Could the wailing voice and the persistent knocking be the spirit of the previous owner who passed away in the bathroom? The choice is yours. A photographer named Paco is waiting in his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive so they can work on a project. Suddenly, Paco hears Eduardo talking loudly to someone outside his open window. Curious, he checks his security camera to see what's happening and is stunned by what he sees.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó que dónde era la pinera.
No digas mamadas.
Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y me preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
Eduardo insists that a man was asking him for directions, but the security footage reveals no one there. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost? Or was it a momentary lapse in his mind? Let me know your thoughts. Wahed posted a video of his nephew playing with his new light-up rabbit hat at their home in Indonesia. However, while filming, he noticed something unexpected in the background.
Iya, ini nih.
Bau.
Burung.
A strange, dark figure appears to move quickly in the background. Some viewers speculated it could be another child running past the door, but the shape doesn't seem to match that of a child. Did Wahed capture a mysterious shadow figure in his home, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? The choice is yours. An Airbnb managed by a woman named Kaylee is said to be over 260 years old, and her guests have experienced strange, unexplainable occurrences in and around the property. One recurring complaint from guests is the unsettling sounds of footsteps and voices coming from the attic. However, the attic door is always locked, and Kaylee is the only one with a key, making it unlikely that anyone or anything could access it. So Kaylee decides to stay in the Airbnb herself for a week, hoping to get to the bottom of it. Late one night, she's woken by the sounds and grabs her phone to record everything.
And this whole time I'm getting ring notifications that there is motion in my attic. And mind you, we moved the camera to this small room off of the attic. So like the timing right now is a little crazy. Thomas!
As Kaylee moves around the Airbnb, strange noises can be heard coming from above. Determined to find out what's causing them, she installs a camera in the attic. The following night, the camera records something that has left viewers deeply unsettled. The attic door mysteriously creaks open and shuts on its own. But did you notice it? As the door opens wider, a face appears, peering through the gap. Commenters speculate that this could be the ghost of a child, and believe that Kaylee's Ring camera may have captured the entity responsible for the strange noises guests had been reporting. But what do you think? Is this a ghost caught on camera, a squatter lurking in the attic, or just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The person who shared this video explained that he was monitoring his nephew through a security camera when he spotted something unusual. Curious, he asked his nephew about it the next day, and the child claimed that he had encountered another boy playing with him. A security camera records the nephew playing alone. However, just seconds later, another child can be seen in the footage. If the child was the only one in that room, then who or what is that? What's even more disturbing is that this mysterious figure closely resembles the child. Is the imaginary friend of the child truly just imaginary? Or there is something more? Let me know your thoughts. This video was taken at the Theodil Plaza in Guadalajara, Mexico. Over the years, many workers and shoppers at the plaza have reported experiencing strange, unexplained events. Workers often hear the sounds of a child running and playing in the dead of night. And many shoppers claim to have seen a little boy who suddenly disappears before their eyes. After the plaza had closed, security guards noticed a lone boy running through the back hallways. The little boy appears to vanish right through a closed and locked door in one of the hallways, possibly even passing through the wall itself. A security guard is sent to search for the boy, and things get even more disturbing.
Ay, no mames. No, ¿y sabes qué?
The security guard unlocks the door and enters, but finds no one inside the locked room. Meanwhile, the Plaza workers watch in disbelief as the little boy's head reappears right next to the guard. It seems as though he's peeking out from the wall above the man's head. Could this be the ghost of the little boy that shoppers have reported seeing? Let me know what you think.